Hey, what's up, Internet? My name's Phil Pardell, and I'm going to be going over the Nord Drum 3P modeling percussion synthesizer. Um, First impressions, this thing is super cool. It's really robust. I love that it's made out of metal. It's not like, does not feel cheap or like you would break it easily. It's very sturdy and solid feeling. The pads seem really durable and thick. It's got a lot of buttons right here that I'm sure when you first take a look at this thing, it can be pretty overwhelming because there's so many different parameters, and each button has several different things that one button can do. But other than that, it's pretty. Once you start getting into it, it's pretty quick to get to know your way around all the controls and whatnot. But in this video, we're gonna get into it. I'll give you a demo of some of the various different sounds. Basically, you have A, B, C, and D banks. Each bank has 50 sounds in them. Those are the pre-programmed sounds. A and B are all drum sounds for the most part. C is more melodic things, and then D is kind of sound effects. And then it gives you a bunch of other banks that you can custom make your own. Each one with 50 spots. So I think, there's how many? What we got? A, B, C, D. Those are the pre-programmed. Then we got E, F, G, H. So we got 4 banks that you can make up all your own sounds, which is pretty cool because you can really do a lot with this thing. We're gonna get into it. All right, first off, let's just go over the ins and outs on this thing. So we've got a headphone output, which is normal mini headphone plug size. We've got your 1/4 inch left and right out. You've got a single kick trigger input. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a kick trigger. It can be any kind of trigger that you plug in there that uses a 1/4 inch. And that automatically corresponds to the first pad. So whatever you do. So I've got a kick pedal hooked up down there, and that's cueing the first pad, as you can see. Then we've got Midi in and out, and your power supply on and off. So it's pretty basic. You'll notice there's no USB connectivity, though you can connect through Midi to a computer for system updates and backing up your sounds and downloading other sounds and whatnot. But it's not a sampler, so you're not firing samples that are just stored in its memory. This is actually, every time you hit it, it's synthesizing the tone that you have set for that. Anyway, so those are the ins and outs. Now you notice, so these lights right here correspond to each pad. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how you edit individual pads. That's kind of your navigation system. You've got shift will give you access to lower parameters, or sometimes, like if you want to jump through the system quicker rather than one drum at a time, you can go by category if you hold the shift down. Lower parameter button makes it basically so that when you push that, you'll be operating the lower red label of each button. Anyway, so the basic layout is we've got 3 parameters mainly that makes each tone up. You've got your tone, and that consists of spectra, wave, frequency, dynamic filter, decay, bend. You can do pitch bending, and then pitch, so that's your tone. That's your main tone. And then you've got noise, so that's like kind of white noise that you can change, resonance and filter type, frequency, dynamic filter, decay. And those 2 are layered together with your mix, so you can choose how much noise versus tone you want. And then you've got click, which is kind of like the first initial attack. So it has various different types of click in there that you can change. And then after so that's your primary tone, and then you've got other add-ons, like you can adjust the EQ for each one. You can add different types of distortion, reverb and delay. And then you have, this is your mix like we talked about with the noise and tone, but you can also change the level of each individual sound as well as its panning for output. And this is like this is how you adjust your reverb and delay types. And that's pretty much it for the most part. But with all that, you can do quite a lot of stuff. So let's get into it. I'll just start playing through. I'll play a little bit through each sound really quick, just to give you a feel. But the thing is really dynamic. It's really interesting.